They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But when it comes to these British accents, you'll never quite nail them. No matter how hard you try, these voices carry centuries of history, slang, and subtle rhythm that outsiders rarely get right. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating dives into British culture and history. And now, let's get right into our top 10 for today.
My name is Turkish. Funny name for an Englishman, I know. My parents-to-be were on the same plane when it crashed.
No list of tricky British accents would be complete without the Cockney twang. Born in London's East End, the Cockney accent is legendary, cheeky, musical, and full of linguistic quirks. But what makes it so impossible to perfect? For starters, it isn't just about pronunciation, it's about attitude. You can't just drop your H's and call everyone mate. The Cockney rhythm comes from generations of working-class banter, humour, and rhyming slang. And honestly, for someone who doesn't even speak the Cockney accent, it's going to blow their mind due to the difficulty that they'll face. Just imagine a regular person from the United States and they get to meet a Cockney-speaking British person. Well, I'm sure they wouldn't understand a word even if both were speaking English, right? Rhyming slang itself is a linguistic labyrinth. Apples and pears mean stairs, dog and bone means phone, and trouble and strife means wife. To master Cockney, you'd need to think in rhymes before you even speak. Even actors have famously failed. Dick Van Dyke's Mary Poppins accent remains one of the most affectionately mocked attempts in cinema. Real Cockneys can spot a fake within seconds, and they'll happily let you know about it. It's not just an accent, it's the sound of East London's heart, where confidence and charm go hand in hand. But on the other hand, the complexity of Cockney makes it a living hell for all the foreigners, so good luck speaking with them.
I tell the swamp donkey to sack it before I give her a tonk in a tradesman's entrance and have a lick me yarbles.
And if the Cockney accent surprised you, there's our next one. Heading north to Manchester, we meet the Mancunian accent, as stubbornly unique as the city itself. To outsiders, it may sound casual and relaxed, but there's a specific musicality to it that's impossible to fake. You see, a lot of soccer fans love Manchester United, but if they're international fans and they get to see their favourite Manchester soccer player speaking in an interview, they wouldn't be able to guess a world. It's nasal with short vowels and a swaggering tone. Words like book and look shift toward buck and luck, while you know what I mean punctuates nearly every other sentence. But the trickiest part is its blend of northern pride and effortless rhythm. Manchester has produced icons like the Gallagher brothers, Peter Kay, and Ian Curtis, each with their own twist on the sound. Try to copy Liam Gallagher's drawl, and you'll quickly learn how quickly it unravels. You can copy the words, but not the confidence that backs them. And the number of times the Manc people use the phrase, "you know what I mean," is just crazy. If they had $1 for speaking like that every time, they'd be billionaires. It reminds me of that one Eminem interview where he kept spamming, "you know what I mean," till the interviewer had enough and wanted to kill himself. But that's besides the point, since he didn't have the Manchester accent. The Manc accent carries defiance. It's the sound of the Industrial Revolution's beating heart, born from soot and rebellion. To pull it off properly, you need that native Manchester confidence, and that's something you can't fake in a vocal warm-up. Speaking of not warming up, we have the Ulster English. Now let's cross the Irish Sea to Northern Ireland, where Ulster English reigns supreme. To the untrained ear, it sounds sing-song and melodic, but try to imitate it, and you'll find yourself lost between accents faster than you can say Belfast. Ulster English combines Irish cadence with Scottish influence and English vocabulary, forming something entirely its own. The vowels stretch, the consonants soften, and the intonation dances up and down like waves on the Irish coast. But what truly makes it so hard is its precision. Every syllable matters, and every intonation carries emotion. To a local, your close enough attempt will sound painfully wrong. Even professional actors struggle to balance the northern bite with that lyrical tone. From Liam Neeson's calm authority to Jamie Dornan's smooth delivery, the real Ulster accent is distinct yet dignified. And when outsiders attempt it, it quickly slides into generic Irish or even Scottish territory. In short, it's an accent that demands respect. You can't fake its authenticity without truly living among the locals, and even then, you might never get it quite right. But in all honesty, it's not the most difficult accent to understand. But when you think about even remotely speaking it, you'll see yourself dabbling in other accents quite easily. This is another matter of where you cannot fake accents anymore.
It was a great match, and how I feel? I don't feel nothing, because I never want to take picture with someone. Doesn't matter.
The Dublin accent is one of Ireland's most fascinating vocal identities, instantly recognisable, endlessly varied, and deceptively difficult to master. To outsiders, it might sound like a simple Irish lilt, but the truth is more complex. Dublin actually hosts several distinct sub-accents, ranging from the working-class inner-city dub to the smoother Southside D4 style. Each carries its own rhythm, melody, and attitude. Conor McGregor's version, for instance, is pure North Dublin. He's brash, fast, and swagger-filled. Listen to him in interviews. The clipped consonants, stretched vowels, and punchy tone all mirror his fighting style. Sharp, unpredictable, and confident. Words like about become a bow, and think morphs into tink. There's a rhythm to it, almost musical, where every sentence sounds like it's ready to end with a laugh or a challenge. But contrast that with the softer South Dublin accent, heard from actors like Colin Farrell or musicians like Bono. It's smoother, with lighter vowels and less nasal emphasis. How Are You becomes How Are You, with a casual melody that feels charming rather than confrontational. Imitating the Dublin accent is a linguistic trap. Lean too hard into the rhythm, and it turns cartoonish. Miss the subtle vowel shifts, and it drifts into generic Irish. True Dublin speech moves like quicksilver, playful, rhythmic, and full of pride. It's an accent built on contrast, the grit of the inner city and the Polish of the suburbs, the humour of the pub and the sharp wit of the street. Whether it's McGregor hyping a fight or a Dubliner ordering a pint, the sound carries an energy that's unmistakably Irish and nearly impossible for anyone else to get just right. And when you hear Conor McGregor's iconic trash talk, it is the peak of what you'd call old British accents that are almost impossible to understand and follow.
Oh, my loveliest buttercup Joe here. They got names for people like you round here. I don't know what it is, because I'm not from round here.
The West Country accent spans counties such as Cornwall, Devon, and Somerset, and it's one of the most misunderstood and misrepresented accents in Britain. Most people think it's all about farmers saying "hoo-ah," but that stereotype barely scratches the surface. The West Country drawl actually has deep linguistic roots, even retaining features from Old English that have vanished elsewhere. The R's are rolled, the vowels elongated, and the speech rhythm feels almost nautical, fitting for a region built on farming, fishing, and folklore. Try to imitate it, and you'll probably end up sounding like a pirate, which isn't entirely wrong, since the stereotypical pirate voice originated from West Country sailors. But while it sounds playful, it's incredibly complex. Every town has its own micro-dialect. From Bristol to Cornwall, locals can spot outsiders instantly. It's warm, familiar, and full of character, but when copied poorly, it sounds like a caricature. To speak proper West Country, you need more than an accent. You need centuries of coastal soul. While you'll expect a Wild West accent, the West Country accent is the British version of it. Calm, composed, and very hard to understand. It's an accent that most would not even bother to understand, and just agree with whatever the person is saying. Before we move to the next accent that will completely blow your mind, Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you enjoy more British nostalgia videos.
Germany and you live in Spain.
Try to do it
you
in
were
Spain,
born in Germany and you live in Spain. You're a little mongrel.
Shut up.
That's what you are. You're a little mongrel.
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stay.
Next up is Liverpool, and the person who comes to my mind is none other than Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, whose trash talk is more fun to hear than watching some of his fights. All right, Paddy fans, I'm just kidding. The guy is a killer. Home of the Beatles, Steven Gerrard, and one of the hardest accents to mimic, Scouse. At first it sounds upbeat and fast, almost musical, but underneath the surface lies an intricate system of intonation and vowel shifts that can twist your tongue. Scouse developed through Liverpool's seafaring past, mixing Irish, Welsh, and Northern English influences into something entirely unique. The accent features high-pitched inflection and sharp consonants, with words often rising in tone at the end, almost as if they were being asked as a question. It's energetic and expressive, but try it wrong, and it sounds more like a cartoon parody than a conversation. Many actors have tried, few have succeeded. There's a reason why the Scouse accent instantly stands out on TV. It's impossible to fake convincingly. It's too emotional, too specific, too alive. Whether you're quoting John Lennon or mimicking a football chant at Anfield, the authentic Liverpool sound comes from heart and humour, and that's what makes it untouchable. So far, this is one of the most difficult to understand accents until the next one comes in.
Can I ask the Honourable Gentleman what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability?
Glasgow is the city that turns even the simplest sentence into a linguistic puzzle for outsiders. The Glaswegian accent is perhaps the toughest of all Scottish dialects to master. It's fast, clipped, and full of slang that leaves non-locals completely baffled. Most people trying to sound Scottish end up channeling Braveheart or Groundskeeper Willie, but the Glaswegian tone isn't about shouting freedom. It's about rhythm, confidence, and a certain street-level poetry that outsiders can't reproduce. In Glasgow, words merge together, consonants vanish, and vowel sounds tighten. What are you doing becomes wit ye dine, and can't becomes canny. Even fellow Scots sometimes need subtitles when Glaswegians get going. Remember that one interview when the interviewer actually put this accent to the test? The results? Well, the world was surprised to know that the Scottish guy was speaking English. Looking at the comments section of the video, people said that the guy who was being interviewed actually bamboozled her by deliberately being incomprehensible and incoherent, whilst having a straight face throughout, with a humour that's unmatched. In Glaswegian parlance, he's seen her coming. The accent's charm lies in its blunt honesty. There's warmth in its sharpness and humour in its toughness. Listen to comedian Frankie Boyle or actor Peter Capaldi, both of whom embody that rapid-fire wit. But for imitators, it's a minefield. Mispronounce one syllable and you'll sound like you're impersonating a completely different country. Glaswegian isn't just spoken, it's lived.
The only one who never sticks up for me in all this is you. Why is that?
You are my darling daughter, and I love you.
Now we switch gears entirely to the so-called perfect British accent. Received pronunciation, or RP, often called Queen's English, it's what most foreigners imagine when they think of Britain. Smooth, polished, and unmistakably posh. But here's the twist. It's one of the hardest to actually nail. RP isn't tied to any specific region. It's an accent built on education, class, and performance. Historically, it was spoken by the upper class and broadcast by the BBC, giving it that air of authority. But mastering it requires surgical control over pronunciation. Every vowel is crisp, every consonant pronounced. Say bath, not bath. Say schedule, not schedule. The tone is even, the pacing deliberate, yet one misplaced stress and it sounds painfully forced, like an actor trying too hard to sound posh. True RP sounds effortless. Think of classic actors like Laurence Olivier or modern figures like Benedict Cumberbatch. For non-natives, it's deceptively precise, one step too slow or too exaggerated. and the illusion breaks completely. Ironically, the standard British accent might be the least natural of them all.
How long to London?
Try and won't reach London. All the goods will be unloaded at a coal yard in St Albans and put onto Shelby Company trucks. From there, they will go directly to the Poplar Dock.
Few accents are as unfairly judged as Birmingham's Brummie accent, and few are as difficult to master authentically. Despite its distinct melody and charm, it's often stereotyped as unintelligent or dull. But listen closely, and you'll realise it's a masterpiece of subtle vowel shifts and intonation. The Brummie accent softens consonants and elongates vowels in unexpected places. You know becomes yow know, and home stretches to home. The tone is slightly nasal but relaxed, and it carries a surprisingly gentle rhythm. For outsiders, that rhythm is the downfall. Copy it too flat and it sounds robotic. Overdo it and it turns into parody. Even AI speech recognition once struggled to process the Brummie sound. That's how unique it is. Yet thanks to shows like Peaky Blinders, the accent is finally getting the respect it deserves. Cillian Murphy's portrayal of Tommy Shelby may not be 100% authentic, but it brought Birmingham speech into the spotlight. Mastering it means balancing pride, patience, and precision, and most people never quite get all three right.
Bedded in my Welshness, and I made one up recently, which I thought which made me laugh, which was, in Aberystwyth, there is a locksmith, his name is Dysmith.
Finally, at number 1, we have Welsh. From the rolling valleys to the rugged coastlines, the Welsh accent sings more than it speaks. But don't let its musical tone fool you. This is one of the hardest accents to truly replicate. Wales is full of regional variations, each with its own rhythm. In North Wales, the accent sounds closer to Scouse, while South Wales has softer, lilting tones. The melody rises and falls dramatically. Vowels are elongated and consonants flow smoothly. But what really makes Welsh challenging is how it's shaped by the Welsh language itself. English words are spoken with Welsh rhythm, giving them a unique cadence that outsiders can't naturally reproduce. Words like house become whose and now becomes now. Actors often overdo the musicality, turning it into sing-song caricature. Real Welsh speech has balance, lyrical yet grounded. And even if you manage to master the accent, you'll still stumble on those legendary place names, like Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyl. Yes, that's a real village that exists, and that was the short form that we've just read to you. It's the sound of ancient poetry meeting modern conversation, and unless you grew up surrounded by it, it's almost impossible to make it sound genuine.
Talk of the devil.
Morning, Miss Partridge.
Yeah, Michael, I was just saying to Susan, a bit of a job for you. Unfortunately, some vandals have sworn all over my car again.
Vandals, eh, Miss Partridge? You know.
Now we have a bonus one, and we just wanted to surprise you, just like these accents surprised you. Here, we reach the crown jewel of impossible British accents, Geordie, spoken proudly in Newcastle and the surrounding northeast. Friendly, musical, and full of slang, the Geordie accent sounds like home to locals and a complete mystery to outsiders. Its vowels are drawn out, the R's rolled softly, and common words completely transformed. You becomes yeah, go becomes gan, and good becomes canny. But Geordie isn't just an accent, it's an identity. Try imitating it, and you'll quickly find that even subtle details like pitch and phrasing betray you. The rhythm bounces, the tone brightens, and every sentence feels like a friendly joke. From Ant and Dec to Alan Shearer, Geordies have given this accent a reputation for warmth and humour. But even professional voice coaches struggle with its depth. Do it wrong, and you sound Irish. Do it too fast, and you sound Scottish. The accent's roots go deep, influenced by Old Norse, Anglo-Saxon, and centuries of seafaring speech. It's a living reminder of northern pride. And you can't fake that no matter how many times you say, "Way I man, aye." So there you have it. 10 old British accents that even the best impressionists can't quite capture. Each one carries a story, a history, and a rhythm that defines its people. You can mimic the sound, sure, but you'll never replicate the soul behind it. Which accent do you think is the hardest? Let us know in the comments down below and subscribe to our channel for more British nostalgia videos.